Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's a lovely, neat pass. It's a searching pass. Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. And here's Eto'o. Xavi. Now it's Luis Suarez. And he's got the beat. It's Luis Suarez! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while. Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way. Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Nesta makes the interception. And this is Luis Suarez. And we have our very first corner. Eto'o! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Now it's Eto'o. And this is Luis Suarez. Just eases him off the ball. Not the most accurate pass. This looks promising. Cristiano Ronaldo. Gullit. Oh, well played. And it's Gullit. Picked out, brilliant Seedorf!
Paris Saint-Germain have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
And Gullit! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Paris Saint-Germain really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Nesta wins the duel this time. Gullit. And here's Suarez. Gerrard. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Can he get it through? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
No, that's been intercepted. Nesta calmly anticipates. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Manchester really have looked a bit disjointed to me. Their passing has let them down in key moments, but that's also due for the need of better movement to create more options in the danger areas, something the manager, I think, has to stress to them now.
So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Substitution on the field, number 7, Pushkash.
And here is the first touch of the second half.
Number 8.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Eto'o. Looking for options for movement. Floated through. And he's cut it out. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run.
Luis Suarez! He doesn't look too happy with that. Seedorf conjures time and space where few can. Ambitious ball here. Pull it. Pull it. Good purposeful running this. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Elise. Nesta produces the perfect tackle there. And it's made its way to him. And a chance! There it is! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
After 56 minutes is number 20.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Time and again they are repelled. That's headed upfield. Suarez going after that. Luis Suarez. And this is Eto'o. Foot in.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
That's a good foray he's making. Cross to the back post. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Takes the shot!
Substitution.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
Stam gets over and intercepts. Played through into space. Spread neatly. Well timed, excellent interception. Nesta going vertical. Tries to play it through. Oh, that's a key interception. Done delicately. Ball in towards the middle. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Del Piero. Xavi. And it's Hullet. And here's Batistuta. Vieira proves too strong. Del Piero. Great ball if he can get there. Bale. He's through on. Tries a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substitution in progress.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Let's a look and place it forward. Oh, important interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
No, he's not going to get any further than that.
Substitutions taking place.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Vieira. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Vieira. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And here's Eto'o. Showing great feet there. In with the challenge. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery, the defence though... And Del Piero! Well taken goal. Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
And here's Nedved. Now it's Eto'o. That is a brilliant interception.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Nice sequence of passes, this. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Vieira. And this is Batis. Can he finish? Oh, he's done it! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Paris Saint-Germain now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
And these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done till it's completely done.
Schneider. And it's Hullet. He's through here. Bale finds himself offside. That pass isn't the best. 4 extra minutes added on. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And that will be it. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. So bring it on, fresh, fervent, fevered, how it always was and how it always will be. Feel it, this is where it starts. Whatever your ambitions, a good beginning is the perfect way to get things underway. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're very much on the way now. Knocks it into space. Iniesta crosses. And he's there to clear it. So there he is, Wesley Sneijder. a terrific playmaker.
Yeah, one of the very best to emerge from that legendary Amsterdam production line. An old-style number 10 whose ability with the ball is the envy of many.
And is that his greatest strength, or is there more to him?
Well, without doubt, it's his tactical intelligence combined with his pinpoint precision. The guy is like clockwork. You have to have that if you want to play there.
Vieira. Salam. That's a shade optimistic. Zalewski. So no chances falling either way for the time being. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Kaka. Can he get on the end of this? There's the shot! Oh, it's a stunning goal! A finish right from the top draw. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Manchester are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So, a breakthrough already. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And he's forced to go back. Kiwior.
Poland genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think you'll want to make sure you give the opposition a different look with each attack, variation, unpredictability. You know, that's always key to success.
Bednarek turns back here, probably the best option. Played out towards the right wing. Cash. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Szymanski does well to get it back. Szymanski! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, it's a brilliant effort, you have to say that. He clearly wanted to do it in style.
Vieira opts for safety, and it's Thuram. Oh, this looks sharp. It's a good ball out wide. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Zalewski. Szymanski. Zalewski. Iniesta did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Iniesta. Schneider.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Zalewski running with intent. Well, that is one way to stop him. Pele. And it's Schneider. Cash. Szymanski. That has been slung wide. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Szymanski, it's a really well measured ball. Thuram. Can he get it through? Now it's Del Piero. And it's Schneider. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Manchester clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Szymanski. Crosses it in. Terrific effort! Oh, it's taken a touch. And he thumps it clear.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Stood up well to him there. Piontek. Over to the right flank. Now the cross. Keeper's dealt with that. Tries to play it through. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Pele. He's a sharp little ball here. Shot a goal! Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
And just a quick reminder today
Some
to
first
please
half
drink
thoughts?
responsibly.
Well, it's obvious,
Anyone
Peter,
appearing
that this
intoxicated or
team
behaving
was set
in an
up to
inappropriate
play
manner
on the
will be
break,
removed.
and
Thank
their
you very
opponents
much for your
pretty much
cooperation.
played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
So it has been pretty frantic here. Everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
And here is the
Edo
first
beaming
touch
face
of
with
the second
smiling
half.
eyes, beaming face with smiling eyes, victory hand, red heart, red heart.
In a similar manner. Although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Iniesta crosses. And he's taking no chances there. That has ended up in no man's land. Delivers with wit.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Szymanski, distributed tidily. Cash. Tries to pass it through. Ball in towards the middle. And that has been knocked clear. Del Piero has found the net here, of course. Played out to the left flank. Threads one in. That's a... He's had a shot! In he goes again! And that's a sharp finish! And this is getting better and better. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up. Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Oh, look at the space here. Skims one in. Kaka.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's Lam. Szymanski. Looking to play him in. And this is Del Piero. Decent chance!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Szymanski. Lewandowski. Now it's Piontek. Lam. Played towards the front line. Oh, that's a key interception. Zalewski. And it's Szymanski. Cash. That's a smashing touch to get him away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he's had a chance! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, it looks like they just want to introduce a new focal point to the attack.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Space for him to turn and look. And it's Szymanski.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Zielinski. Pass somewhat off target. Kivior. Shifted it to the flank. Szymanski. Nicely weighted ball. It's a pretty loose pass. It's a searching pass. Towering header! Frankowski is flagged offside. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. And he's picked it up out wide. And the shot! It's bounced back off the post. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Zielinski. Szymanski. This is a promising build-up. He's looking wide. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pele has a look and plays it forward. He might be in here! Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Pele. Now it's Kaka. Spread it left.
There will be 3
And here's
minutes
Snyder.
added time.
Now, can they get him away? Kivior. And the number on the board is 3. Well, that looks a decent ball. Frankowski. Frankowski tries a cross. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome. Del Piero picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom, and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers, so will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. So straight into the action. Another episode of this age-old tale, uncompromising conflict.
For me, Peter, Steven Gerrard's game is all about courage. It's a word he himself uses a lot. He's always urging everyone around him to have a go on the ball and not be afraid.
And he absolutely practices what he preaches in that respect.
He does, indeed. And I think he's England's best all-round midfielder of his generation. A ball winner, great distributor, never stop running, playmaker, and more than a decent finisher too. The only question is, where do you play him to make the most out of all of those talents?
Foden. Foden will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Can he get it through? No, that's been intercepted. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And it's made its way to him. Now then, the ball's come loose. So no chances falling either way for the time being. Oh, that's clever. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Tonali. Aimed beyond the defence. Beckham. Cantona, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
It's a pretty loose pass. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
That has not gone well. Now this could be a... Can he finish? Goal! Manchester United! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Manchester United are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Bruno Fernandes.
Manchester really do like to play the long ball.
And how does that work, Gordon?
Well, you don't want the ball just coming back at you, Peter. You need somebody in there who'll make it stick.
Oh, shooting chance! And that's a good finish. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
So they have it all to do again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
In with the challenge. Eze was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Tonali tries to pass it through. Now, can they get him away? Deftly away. And they've been given a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
He's rising! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Threads one in. Now that's well seen too. Foden. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Bruno Fernandes. O'Reilly. Eze. Bruno Fernandes tries one from range. Oh, the ball's come loose here. And it's Bruno Fernandes. That has been slung wide. Best.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's picked his way through. And that's an errant pass.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Silvestre does well to get it back. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Knocks it out wide. Tonali. Well, that looks a decent... Eze! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Added time.
Best. Sheshko.
แม่งเชสโก้เล่นเหี้ยมากนัดนี้
So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any thoughts on all this so far, Jim?
Well, I think we got a good indication of what both sides want to do, Peter. I suspect both will continue with their respective approaches, give or take the odd fine-tuning.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Manchester United are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And that's the second half started. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Cantona. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. It's run loose here. Alexander-Arnold looking for the far post. Goes for a shot! And that's in. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Number 10.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is...
Can he finish? And he was there to get a vital touch.
There's a certain aura about him today. Tremendous.
And now they can spring out of defence. And try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, this looks sharp. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Takes a shot! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Manchester really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
pressing's intense, and it's paid off. He's cut it out.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
That has been cut short. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Pass somewhat off target. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well, that's been cut out. Well played. And he was quick to react. Sheshko. Oh, that's a key interception. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Keeper's got good distance on that. Looking to play him in. Good ball, good take. Konate deals with that comfortably.
Manchester United really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're and Beckham! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Taking place.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. This looks promising. Oh, easy pickings there. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Couch. Chance for a shot! Quality ball.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Knocks it into space. And the finish! And that really should have been that.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
And he's had it nicked away. Looking for options for movement. Tries to play it through. Pinches it off him. Now it's Couch. And it's Bruno Fernandes. He's a sharp little ball here. Great vision. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Manchester United really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Ball is over the line.
Substitution.
Now it's Rice.
Oh, great feat, that.
And he's managed to get free. And he shoots! And that's a tidy finish. And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. That is so good. Such sharp skills. And such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that. And he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Guardiol. Rice. Time added on 4 minutes. Oh, no joy this time. And that will be the final act. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see.
A quick reminder today
The
that
end of the
smoking
game.
is only allowed in
Reflections?
areas shown on
Yeah,
this
well,
map.
I've been on the
Thank you for
losing
your
side in
cooperation.
games like this, and I can tell you it really does hurt. It's about the fans, and when you let them down, it hurts that bit more. I mean, you can do all the right preparations and still end up on the losing side. I don't think they'll be going out tonight.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're very much on the way now. It is our understanding that they've gone with a 4-5-1.
Well, if you want to secure a clean sheet, Peter, this is a very good way of going about it. It adds discipline and lends a stubbornness to that midfield, which can stifle opposition attempts to play through, and it takes a lot of pressure off your defence, of course. Forces longer passes through.
And there's the shot! And they've got rid. Spread out to the left. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And here's Abubakar. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Here it is, crossed in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Anguissa. This is a promising build-up. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Pelé. Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Stam. And it's Del Piero. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Tolo.
Cameroon really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter.
Shot, surely! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
They've played it short. Goes for a shot!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Tolo. Anguissa. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Great vision. And Burmo making good progress on the right-hand side. Schneider defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Del Piero. Schneider. Quick look, thought about cutting inside.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There was just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Now it's Kaka. Del Piero has the space to scheme. Del Piero, oh, great leap! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
A goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Anguissa. And he's forced to go back. Ngadu. Played out to the left flank. Passing is crisp and sharp. Distributed tidily. He's picked his way through. Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
What a save from Peter Schmeichel! Oh, he's missed it.
Oh, Peter, I'm not a great reader of body language, but I didn't like the way he walked up to that.
Anguissa! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And he cuts out the supply. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost... And Del Piero!
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Tries to get it clear. And he shoots! And the referee has signalled for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. And we are up to the break.
Well, it was great to see them try to turn their possession and chances into a goal. They definitely wanted one before the break, and okay, while it didn't happen, things could start changing if they can continue in the same manner.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable.
Et merci d'accueillir nos joueurs comme ils le méritent.
That gets us going once more. So the first half brought no goals. Vieira. Schneider. Del Piero! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Burmo. And it's on Gisa. That has been slung wide. And it's on Gisa.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Burmo goes short. Skip and the shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. And here's Anguissa. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Vieira. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's there to belt it away. Kaká.
Well, it's a move of great promise.
Chance!
Le nombre de spectateurs pour
Oh,
ce
that
match,
probably deserved
80
better.
000
Well, you see what a
113.
difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Defending of the desperate variety. A header! He will be livid with himself.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Ngadu. Tolo. He's looking wide. Zambo Anguissa. It's a goal kick. Ngadu. Tolo. And it's Anguissa. And it's Anguissa. Played into space. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Ngadu. Schneider. That's a sharp pass. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Ngadu. Wu. That's a good ball out wide. Pele being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
That's a cute ball. Now it's Pele.
Changement pour le Cameroun. Le numéro 10.
Cameroon choosing to make the first change.
Le numéro 17. À leur place.
And a header!
Le numéro 13. Le
That
numéro
should get the
22.
job done. Aims beyond the defence. And the cross comes in. And he gets rid in a hurry. And this is Del Piero. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Snyder! They want to be quick to recover this. And that's been drilled in. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
He's had a shot! And it's in! And that could well be the winner!
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
But après 84
One
minutes de jeu.
sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
5 minutes left on the clock. He's in a great position here. Played into the box. Choupo-Moting! No, just not quite. I think we're just about done here. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Cham. And Ongisa. Vieira was in no mood for any of that. Tolo.
Il y aura 4 minutes de temps additionnel.
Can he get it through? Cham. And he's following up! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Vieira. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Pass somewhat off target. Can he get onto this? Pele. Oh, that's fabulous. Pele with the cross.
Well played and well cleared.
And that will be the final act. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Kaka picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So a game of thrills and tiny margins, so many what-ifs and what might-have-beens, but eventually we have a winner.
Well, I thought only one team could win this, certainly in the last few minutes, Peter. They didn't half make it hard on themselves, but sometimes you just have to win games whatever way you can, and that they did.
Merci de votre compréhension.
So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games.
Well, if you're looking for a match...
Messi! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
No, that's been intercepted. Camavinga. And it's Bellingham. This might spell danger. Oh, he's caught him in or out. The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Mbappe with a real chance here.
This is about as perfect a free kick position as you...
Mbappe! And here's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he welcomes it in. Camavinga. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Camavinga. And it's Tchouaméni. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
That is good alertness. Alexander-Arnold. Tchouaméni. Knocks it out wide.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He's got away. Bellingham. Camavinga. That has been slung wide. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Valverde. Shot could be on. Howson did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Chance! And the ball's come loose here. And that is well cleared. Thiago. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Alexander-Arnold.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Tries to pass it through. Shapes to shoot! There's a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
So they have it. Shot at goal! Oh, split-second reaction.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
And we have our very first corner. Tchouaméni gets it away. Stood up well to him there. Shoots! It's hit the upright. Just not quite happening for him just now.
Madrid really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Tchouaméni. Camavinga. Has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Mbappe. Now this could be a chance. To Messi. Well, that's well spotted. Carreras. And here's Vinicius Junior. That's interception. His positioning was spot on. And it's Camavinga. Gives it back. He's looking wide. Camavinga. And it's Tchouaméni. And he was quick to react. Iniesta. That's been slipped through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Valverde. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Valverde. Alexander-Arnold has it in a wide position. He shifted it to the flank. There's the shot! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Valverde. Alexander-Arnold, who does have an assist to his name. Mbappe charging forward, the ball at his feet. And he's managed to get free. Carreras clears it away. Cannavaro. Messi receives it in a wide position. And he's taking no chances there.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Engages and forces him off the ball. That's the end of the first 45. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So there was the first half.
Well, I think keeping our neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Well, it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 21. Ronaldinho.
So we're into the second 45.
Será sustituido por el dorsal 25. Bale.
Distributed tidily. And it's Valverde. Threads one in. And he was alert to it. Nicely shaped ball. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Bale. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Mbappe. Valverde has it out wide and in space. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Now it's Bellingham! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Bellingham. Oh, he's having a go! Now, who's going to be first to this? Bale. He's on it, can he get away? Mbappe is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Rudiger. Here's Tchouaméni. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And here's Mbappe. Bale. That's really well manoeuvred. Bellingham looking for the run. Xavi Alonso. So we've reached the hour mark. Rudiger. Eder Militao. Camavinga. It's Vinicius Junior. It'll be a throw-in. It's going to be another throw. Vinicius Junior has the space to scheme. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Bale. And the break is on. Oh, nicely intercepted. And here's Valverde. He's a sharp little ball here. Bellingham with the delivery. Brilliantly cut out. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Messi. Now it's Thiago. Rudiger makes the interception. Thiago is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Nicely aimed pass. Bellingham. Chouameni. Valverde. Valverde stood his ground strongly. Iniesta. And they can counter here. And he welcomes it in. Ah, that's a fine interception. Courtois is there to clear. Oh, what a mistake! Oh, they've broken out here, and this could be the moment. Oh, cracking. And the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! It's in! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Valverde at his razor-sharp best there.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I think this team shows great willpower and a wonderful never-say-die attitude. No other outfit can match them. They just keep going. Superb. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Big chance! Dispatched clinically. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that though, and somehow he found the angle.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Azar. And it's Arda Güler. Great defending, strong and determined. Camavinga. And it's Valverde. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bale picks it up out wide. Good read, needed to be. Carreras can clear it away. Güler. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's found a way past. That's good play. They get a throw in. Chouameni. Camavinga. It's a good spell of possession, this. Nothing in it still. We move to extra time. So, that was the second half.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
Well, no winners so far, but somebody has to be the winner. And extra time is next.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 10, el dorsal 11, Messi. El dorsal
90 minutes
13,
gone and nothing between them still.
serán sustituidos por el dorsal
It's
18.
a sharp pass.
Luis Suárez.
Hazard going face to face with his great
El
rival.
dorsal 14.
That is
Cambio
good
de
pressure,
jugadores.
just hounded him off it. Camavinga cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Madrid can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And this is Luis Suarez. Courtois getting this one clear. Pinches it off him.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Alexander-Arnold. Here's Chouameni. Camavinga. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's picked out the run. That's an excellent interception. Courtois with the clearance. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, that's nice. Rodrigo.
Just needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass.
So that was it, the first period of extra time.
Vamos a nuestros espectadores.
Well, no question, the will exists to try and win it, but limbs are tired, options are depleted, and time now is short.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 7, Thiago.
Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a
Serán
winner?
sustituidos por el dorsal
This really
23,
has been thrilling.
Beckham.
Both sides
El
going
dorsal
at it.
9.
And now for the final act. Now it's Brahim Diaz. That has ended up in no man's land. Out towards the flank. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Brahim Diaz. Vinicius Junior. That's a good ball out wide. Knocks it into space. Oh, good take in a good area. Corner number 2 then. Cleared away. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. And he's quick to snatch it back. And a chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Nicely weighted ball. Vinicius Junior is having a shot! And he's gone looking for safety.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Rodrigo played back into the centre. Madrid disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency.
This is the time you need that pace.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Now there's the clearance. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And here's Beckham. It's come to nothing. Two sides absolutely inseparable, and we know what's coming. So after all of that, what can we say?
It's a big well done to both defences for refusing to buckle under the pressure. Fatigue with focus is not the norm.
So we're all set, and we all know what is coming. It's almost time. Failed to get things going. Oh, great save! That is a great save! That is how you answer the call.
Well, Peter, I think he did well to hold his nerve then. Probably gave him that important edge. Good penalty. The keeper might have done him a favour in committing just a bit early.
This for parity.
Well, if you have any doubts, that's what you do to conquer it.
So on to the second man. Stuck away with immaculate poise.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there and executed it perfectly.
Never in doubt.
It was well disguised. It gave no inkling as to where he was going on that.
Rodrigo is the third man to step forward. Oh, you're not going to save that.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
This then to level matters.
Yeah, looks so confident as well. The keeper's notes didn't help him then.
Goulet, fourth in their queue. Great penalty, outwitted the keeper.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way. Well, you know what I'm going to say, Peter. It's all about nerve.
Yes, that's how you do it.
Credit to him. You really need courage to do that in these circumstances as well.
So it's all on the shoulders of the keeper. And no, the pressure just too much.
Well, you could feel the pressure from all the way up here, Peter. It felt as if it might just get the better of him, and it has.
Denied! He's made the save!
Well, he didn't hit that with any sort of conviction, and it's an easy save in the end. Everyone here are holding their breath.
And that will do it!
Well, that's just wonderful, Peter. The pressure was on, but that's just superb mentality. The mindset did stay strong.
So it has all ended in hurt. The team played their part in a terrific struggle, admirably at times, but when it all mattered, they have fallen ever so slightly short. Heady ambitions here, ahead of a game of massive consequence. The objectives are clear. To miss out on them would be unthinkable. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. So things are underway. Well, for anyone whose allegiances lie with the red half of Manchester, this man for so long was an unsung hero. One of the most decorated defenders in the English top flight. He is Mikhail Silvestre.
His game was...
And a chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. That was a given. It always was.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
So, a breakthrough already. That has ended up in no man's land. Casemiro. Matheus Cunha. Can he get it through? Dorgu gets into a good position. Best. Diogo Dalot kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Ahmad. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro. And Burmo. And here's Bruno Fernandes. The ball has bounced loose now. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Dorgu is onto the... Big chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.